Hi everyone. It's October 30th, 2017, and I'm getting back to the idea that we are complex, complicated spirits, psyches, souls. I mean, we do not understand all of it. We cannot. And I made some observations about transgender kids. And this is just like three different kids that I looked at or some videos. And this little kid right here, she uh, she switched from being Mia to Jacob, and she couldn't get comfortable in her clothes, and she just started to show these expressions of wanting to be a boy. Well, here she's not really showing that. She's got a purse with cherries on it and wearing pink and everything, but quite young, right? But what I noticed is, and I have no idea if this has anything to do with it, but um, some parents can be overbearing. Do you know what I mean? And then, do you remember in your own life when your parents were just like overbearing? You wanted to just like, assert yourself, your own individuality, and your own self, like they didn't know you. And maybe this could have something to do with it too. Why not? So what I noticed is like this kid, she wanted to change her clothes 12 times a day. Do most kids have that luxury? No, they don't. Most kids don't even have that many changes of clothes. But is this like permissive parents and the kid is just trying to, you know, manipulate the parents even? Maybe the parents are a bit narcissistic and controlling because, okay, look down here. They're saying that she did not like, she wore a doggy sweater. They got her a doggy sweater and she wore it for 6 months straight, often over girlier dresses and tutus. Well, I never wore a tutu when I was a kid, and I don't think I would have liked it. I was not that kind of kid. I didn't really like the whole frilly thing. Even when I got to be, let's see, seventh grade or something like that, I still preferred tailored clothes, tailored clothing more. I just like that look. I felt comfortable in that, and I'm not a boy. And when I was a little kid too, I have a picture of me when I was like 2 or 3 hammering boards together while my father was building something. And I was really into it. And I still do that. I make little sculptures with wood, and I love to pound those things together. So, you know, and then what I was thinking is, okay, so a kid starts asserting themselves, like rejecting tutus and these like um, ultra, let's just say ultra girly clothing and stuff, then the parents take that over. Like, oh, we need to support him so much that we went out and we bought him boys' clothes and we did this and we did that. And then at the same time, they're like taking over that part of the kid's life, you know? So how do we know this doesn't factor into it? Sorry if you hear drills around. I'm surrounded by drills next door downstairs. Really noisy, even though I live in the jungle. So, and then imposing puberty blockers. Puberty blockers, they haven't even proven that puberty blockers are okay for kids. So a couple other things I want to show you here. Okay, here is TEDx and I typed in transgender toddler. So there are so many videos on parents talking about their kids and how they came to accept their kid as being transgender. So she had a girl who she had to recognize her daughter as wanting to be a boy, and then she totally supported her. But look, self-identified feminist mom. You know, some feminist moms could be militant and like you know what she said? I watched this one. She said, I don't know what went wrong. I just couldn't figure it out. Every day we dressed alike. We both wore Mary Janes and pearls around our necks and, you know, matching mother and daughter outfits. I mean, I'm so glad my mother didn't care about something like that. So my mother was more of an I was more of a latchkey kid, you know, and maybe my parents were too permissive. They didn't like they didn't care. They just didn't, you know, so I had to find my own way. But what is worse, having a totally overbearing mother? Now this mother right here, same thing, transgender daughter. So she lost her son and her son became her daughter. And she says she's a elementary school teacher and a SJW. So that's a bit on the militant side also. And now you want to know what's scarier? This is from my own point of view about what's going on is I'm starting to see people as looking like men. She looks sort of masculine to me, and she looks a bit masculine also, and a whole bunch of them. And then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you can't trust anyone. Now, she is a transgender, and he was a woman, and he says everyone is trans. And he hints at the end of this video that are you blocking your feeling like you really want to be trans, but you won't let yourself? You know, that's creepy. So, a trans man at the doctor's. The transgender conversation has just begun. Okay, so I just want, okay, wait. Transgender, you're part of the story. Okay, I'm gonna watch this one later because I want to see what kind of getup she's wearing. I don't know. Am I ultra conservative or what? No, I have lots of friends. I have one of my very best friends is totally freaking gay. He's like one of my very best friends. My mommy is a boy. I'm transgender. Why I must come out. Okay. Well, anyway, this is just like so interesting. I feel my mind is poisoned already because I'm starting to think of you can't trust people or believe people what gender they are. You know, like they are deceiving you if they don't tell. And now they don't have to tell, do they? So what is what? Okay, now let me show you this. Okay, let me show you this. Here is a lesson in gender identity. Okay, you need to be educated. Okay, now bigender is something I hadn't heard before, and bigender is like people who give these lessons really want you to know, and you better pass the test or else, because they're not fooling around. And the crazy things about bigender is that, okay, one day they're a boy and then the next day they're a girl. Or maybe they're a boy for 1 year and then a girl for the next 6 months, and they switch back and forth whenever they want. And you know what that means? That means they expect you to use the right pronouns on the day that they feel like they're a boy. You have to say he. And if the next day you see them and you say he again, and they go, wait a minute, I'm a she today, I'm a girl today, respect my pronouns. This is how it is. Okay? It's almost like this is the ultimate narcissism in this world. It's like going extremely radically narcissistic, even down to the teeny little toddler kids. You know, they're making kids think about what they're wearing, whether it's pink, whether it's blue, whether it's glittery or gold or a prince or a princess, and they have them look in the mirror. And one video I watched, you know, the kid was just like so disturbed, so dissatisfied, so troubled. Finally, they put a prince costume on him, you know, with a crown and a cape and everything. And he looked in the mirror and somebody said, oh, what a handsome boy. And then he runs to the mirror and looks at his reflection and is just like so excited and so happy and satisfied. For once, he is who he is, which that is not who he is. People are not the reflection in their phone or in the mirror or whatever. This is superficial narcissism. Because when you get down to your soul and your spirit, you really don't have a gender. You have love, and you can feel nature and you can feel God and everything, and it's not this sexuality. I don't get it. I'm just at a loss, okay? Bigender has been around, and I just learned about it. Look, 3 years ago. See, here's someone checking out their body again. Here are my boobs. Bigender, two sides of the same coin. How come I never heard this before? I feel like I'm missing some windows into this world. Okay, two sides. 3 years ago. Girl today, boy tomorrow. Here today, gone tomorrow. Coming out bigender. What bigender? Looks like problem video. 10 gender identities. Well, now it's like 75. Next thing you know, it'll be over 100. Learn what it's like being bigender. Okay, yeah, study this. Poison your mind and study this. Okay, Ryan and Rhea, boy mode, girl mode, gender machine. Gender fluid. And now another one that I heard is not just bigender, gender fluid, and more, but gender expansive. What does this mean? Where did this come from? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm bigender. I'm pansexual. I want to F everyone. Why this emphasis on the physical expression of appearance and lust for another being that a person wants to be a certain gender so that they can have this interaction with? And the resistance that some people feel if you don't get it right, it's like they throw tantrums. Bigender sociology video. Well, I'm going to keep educating myself about all these things, okay? But ultimately, ultimately, everyone has to deal with their last breath and what comes after that. And there's only one person who said they conquered death and took the sting out of death, and that is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And that's what he says rings true. I can't figure out any other explanation for this world, how it will end, and how to have the peace that passes understanding. Because Jesus Christ, Yeshua, that's what the Israelis call him, Yeshua, he can give that. I wish people really knew. You know, it's mysterious. We can't see him, but his spirit, the Holy Spirit, is real and he's alive as much as you and I are. We can't see our thoughts, so does that make them not real? No, they're still real. And that's how the Holy Spirit is real. Okay, God bless everyone. Bye for now. Take care. Find your reality. Seek God's face. Catch you later.